Hello friends, and welcome to today's video. I remember growing up watching YouTube videos and just absolutely loving all of the what's in my everyday tote bag type of videos. I feel like I'm just nosy and I like to see what everybody carries throughout their day-to-day, what their go-tos are, what their essentials are. So in today's video, we are going to be going through my everyday tote bag, things that I swear by, things that are my literal go-tos that I reach for multiple times a day. So I actually have two different bags that I kind of switch out depending on how much room I'm needing. Most times though, I am using my big tote bag, which this is just your average brown Brandy Melville tote, but I did add some cute little buttons and a little jelly cat that my best friend got me for my birthday. And then I also have this little Bagoo dupe, which I also have a pretty good pin collection going on this one as well. I don't know when my pin collection started. I think it was around mine and my husband's honeymoon because we went to Disneyland and got a few pins there. And I think just ever since then, I've been just accumulating them everywhere we go. So those are mainly the two bags that I kind of switch between every day. I mostly use my tote bag because I do like to carry around my Kindle and a book basically everywhere I go. So there's that, but also when I'm just wanting something smaller or if I'm not doing very much, I'll bring that little Bagoo dupe. So let's dive into my tote bag, shall we? So inside my bag, I have another little bag, and this is my true essentials. I do not go anywhere without this little bag. So in this little bag, I have some hand lotion. Truly, nothing is the worst feeling than after I wash my hands and it's that really dry, crispy, ugh, I hate it so much. So I always carry around hand lotion. This one I just got from my local health food store. It is a goat's milk lotion. I love it. It's been great. Then I also have my perfume. This is I think it's Finery from Target. The label is rubbed off, but it's something on the outside. That's what it's called. But it smells so good. I'm a big vanilla, warm scents, but also kind of a little bit of a berry undertone or some kind of floral undertone, but with that warm vanilla amber musk type of smell. So this is my favorite of that line. I think those are 15 bucks at Target. And then in my little bag as well, I have a stick of deodorant. I use the Wild deodorant and then I just get the refills. I really like Wild because it is an aluminum packaging, so I'm not going through a bunch of single-use plastic. I feel like it works pretty well. I don't really have to reapply it unless I'm sweating a lot through the day. So if I go work out or if I spend a lot of time outside in the summer, then I need to reapply it. But if I'm just kind of hanging out around the house throughout the day, then I don't really have to apply it multiple times. I do really like their scents. Some of my favorites are Summer Breeze and the Coconut Vanilla. And I did actually work with Wild over on my other channel, Faith Reading Things. So I have quite a few of these aluminum containers and they've all been superb. I mean, I've got some girl products in here because you just never know when you're gonna need them. I also always carry around with me a stick of chapstick. This one is the Badger brand and it's lavender orange. This I feel has a very interesting texture. It's definitely more oily than I feel it is moisturizing, if that makes sense. It is more of a natural chapstick, so I feel that's why. Most of my products I try to go the more natural route. And then in here I also have a little aromatherapy roll-on. This is actually a bedtime one, but it calms me down. And when I'm out and about, when I'm having anxiety, this actually helps quite a bit. And I also don't really love wearing perfume all the time. Sometimes I do skip out on this and just do an essential oil roll-on because I don't want to be as strong smelling, because perfume can be very overwhelming for my nose sometimes. So sometimes I like something a little bit more subtle. This one is a blend of, I actually don't know. It doesn't say. I think it's orange, lavender. I want to say there's something frankincense or patchouli, something like that. Maybe some sandalwood. I cannot remember, but either way, very calming. And then I also always carry around some clips and bobby pins because I have bangs and my hair isn't quite long enough to put in a bun or anything. So I usually have quite a bit of flyaways. And if I want my bangs out of my face, I clip them back. So it's just always nice to have them in case you need them. This little bag also came in a bundle of 3 different sizes. So I will link those down below. I think I got them from Amazon. My next little thing that I have in my everyday tote bag is is this Baggu reusable tote. I don't really like to get bags when I go grocery shopping, and just in general, like if I'm out and about, if I am shopping in general, I do like to just carry a bag with me. They just always come in handy, especially when I'm traveling. It's nice to just have a bag to kind of throw everything in that is compact enough to fit in like an everyday tote. So this has come in handy quite often, mostly while grocery shopping, but also, like I just said, if I'm out and about walking around, say I'm like downtown, or maybe with family and we're like stopping in a few places, it's just been great. This next one is kind of a silly one considering it's summer. Well, now it's fall, so it'd actually make more sense for me to have it now, but I do bring these hand warmers everywhere that I go, but not for my hands, even though my hands are always cold and I do have Raynaud's. These are actually for my stomach. I have a lot of tummy issues. I have an autoimmune disease, so I'm in pain very often. So when I'm like out and about doing stuff and my stomach starts to bug me and I'm not home where I can like have my heat pad, I really like to crack these open and just like put them in the band of my pants, and it actually helps so much. So if you're also a person that struggles with a bunch of tummy issues, I would highly recommend getting a package of these like at Costco and just throwing them in your bag because they do come in handy very often. Next, I have my peppermints. These are just ones from Whole Foods. I have a gum phobia. It sounds super weird, but truly there is nothing worse than the thought of like chewing gum. I don't know why, it just grosses me out literally so much. So I do mints instead of gum. These ones aren't my favorite ever though, because they do have sugar as the literal first ingredient, and I feel like sugar sometimes, A, not great for you, but B, sugar can make your breath kind of weird like after the mint is gone, at least what I've noticed, like the aftertaste of sugar. So I kind of want to get something else, try a couple different ones, because those ones are not my favorite, but if I ever need them, I have them. Next, hand sanitizer. Literally will not go anywhere without this. I'm not the biggest germaphobe, but I also kind of am a germaphobe. Like certain places and like just touching certain things just really grosses me out. So I always carry around just a thing of hand sanitizer. I also like the spray ones better for some reason. This one is the cucumber aloe one from Whole Foods. Next, I just have my wallet, of course, and this is actually just a little coin purse from Brandy Melville. I just like it because it holds all my cards. It holds some cash and change, but I don't carry around like a whole lot of cash anyway. So it's perfect for what I need. I don't like having big chunky wallets because I often just like to carry this and like a water bottle if I'm just going somewhere quick. So I like very thin, very little wallets, and that's been perfect. Next, I have my Kindle. This I try to bring with me literally everywhere I go, especially if I'm going somewhere where I know I'll have to wait for something. Like if I either need to wait in line, or if I'm going to the doctor's and I have to wait for my appointment, or if I'm just stuck somewhere. I don't know. Either way, I just really love to have my Kindle on hand because you never know when you're gonna have some downtime and you're gonna just whip it out and, you know, read a few pages of your book. I have the Kindle Paperwhite. I want to say it's like the 10th generation, but I could be wrong. Could be the 11th. I currently just have this really cute Berga case on it. I did also work with Berga on Faith's reading things, so I have a few cutie cases from them. Highly recommend. They are such good quality. I have them for my phone, my iPad, my computer. I use them for everything. They are a little bit pricey, but I do think that they're worth it because I've had some of my cases for over like a year and a half and they still basically look brand new. Very protective, so I would 100% recommend. But when I don't have this like super protective case on, I do also have these super cute Kindle and book sleeves that I actually get from a local girl, and she has a cute little bookish company called Needle and Stitch Co. So all of my little book sleeves and Kindle sleeves are from her. She has the literal highest quality book and Kindle sleeves I have ever owned in my entire life. The patterns are so cute, and she is truly just the sweetest human in the entire world. We've been online friends for a few years, but I finally met her in person literally last Sunday because we just so happened to like be at the same church at the same time. So that was such a cutie little moment for us. But also when I don't have my Kindle and I just bring like a book with me, I never just throw my book in my purse because I know it's gonna get destroyed. So I always carry book sleeves with me if I do have an actual like physical book copy. I do also have a discount code with Needle and Stitch. I believe it's Faith20. I will double check that and put it here on the screen. But Again, would highly, highly, highly recommend if you're looking for any like bookish gifts, if you're just like looking for yourself. She's great. Beautiful person, beautiful products. So next in my little bag, well, I shouldn't say little because it's actually huge. I always carry around like a pen and a highlighter, oftentimes because I'm either like taking notes for like Bible study or like going to church. But the amount of times that I have needed a pen slash highlighter just randomly is kind of absurd. So I always try to have one or two in my bag. These ones are the Pilot Friction erasable highlighters, but I also have the mild liner highlighters that I really love. I'm also a big snacker throughout the day, so I always have a snack in my bag, most likely some kind of like granola bar. My diet is super weird right now though, so I do have these Simple Mills almond flour dark chocolate almond bars that have been pretty good. I'm also just the type of person where like if I'm out and about for too long throughout the day and I go too long without eating, I'll get super overstimulated, super like overwhelmed. So I truly always have to have a snack in my bag, as well as my water bottle. This one I actually got from Merritt Coffee Shop in Austin when I went to visit my best friends. And this has been my go-to water bottle for months now, but I also love a good Hydro Flask, a Walla. Either way, always, always, always have a water bottle on me. And then the last two things that I always carry in my bag, they're go-tos, must-haves at all times, are a pair of headphones. I don't own AirPods, so I do have just the OG like wired iPhone headphones. And honestly, I kind of hate wireless stuff anyway. Like, it's really nice if you're out and about doing stuff and you don't want to be like connected to your phone, or if you're like working out. Stuff with wireless technology, it always has issues for me. I always have connection issues. I always just have some kind of weird thing that happens with them. So I just like the old school stuff because it works. It doesn't have issues. And then my last thing that is literally a must, will not leave the house without this, is my medicine. I got these little medicine packs from Amazon. I believe it came in like a pack of 2 or 3. In here I have some anti-nausea medication, I have an antacid medication, I have some Imodium for the days that my tummy just decides to attack me, and then I also have some sleep aids. Especially when I'm traveling, I do not sleep like at all, and I've been traveling a lot this year, so I carry those with me everywhere I go because if I can't sleep, it's just helpful. So that is everything in my everyday bag. I'm sure I have some other things that I like throw in here and there, but those are the things that I truly cannot live without. I think the only other thing that I do need to get is like a little first aid kit, like a really small, like just band-aids, alcohol wipes, whatever, because I'm a little bit clumsy, and the amount of times that I've either like accidentally cut myself somewhere or run into something, it's kind of absurd if I'm being honest. So I feel like having that would just be helpful. I'm very curious to know if there's anything that we have in common that we carry at all times, but also I'm curious, what do you guys have in your everyday bag? What are your go-tos? What are your essentials? Let me know down below. I love you guys so much. Thanks for rummaging through my bag with me, and I'll see you in my next video. Mwah!